How about it? Anybody got a copy on me? Come on. It's trucker talk. For those of you that don't know anything about trucks. Well, this marks the month of September. I retired 3 years ago in 2014 from UPS Freight. It sure don't seem like 3 years. It sure has slid by pretty quick. Retirement's been pretty good. There are things about it that's, I'm not going to say bad, but they're, not so good. And it happened again 2 days ago. As you get older, your friends, your family, and people you worked with, they start to disappear. So that's not a good thing. I guess it's part of life. But I'm in Florida. The Village is Florida. I knew many, many years ago. My wife and I agreed. And sometimes we don't agree on a lot, but we agreed this is where we wanted to be. And this is where we're at. I'm not going to say I'm going to be here forever, because you don't know. As your health starts to fail and you get a little sicker, you may find yourself moving back up north where you come from to be around family to kind of help you out a little bit. My dad needed it, and so I had to fly up there, and I stayed with him the last 4 months of his life to take care of him, because I promised him that. So, but retirement, man. You know you're retired. You know you're 65. You know all these things. Here, but you just don't feel like it. I don't feel 65. I don't feel like my granddaughters ought to be grown up with children, but they are. There's some good and there's some bad about being retired. You got to learn to take it both, or you're just not gonna like it very well. My wife's gone tonight. She's at a meeting. She runs a prayer and care group here, where they hand out baskets to people that's recovering from surgeries, things like that. And it's just baskets of goodies and little things that they can do, like books of words, things like that. And they've been doing that for quite a while now. I run a Wednesday afternoon golf outing from May through September, the summer league, and then our last game's coming up. And I'm worried about that, because our last game is usually an 18-hole championship course scramble game with 2 or 3 money holes. And I'm not sure we're going to be able to do it. Every golf course down here is closed right now, and they've been closed since Hurricane Irma went through. And I went around and looked at some of the golf courses yesterday, and it's still not looking good. Trees are still uprooted and laying around. The golf courses look more like lakes than they do golf courses. And even if the water disappears, the ground's going to be very, very wet for a long time. And who knows how much damage is done to the grass underneath the water. I don't know. We'll see if we get our game in. It's a week from tomorrow, Wednesday. And September 27th is our last game until next year. And I hope we get it in, but I'm just afraid we may not get it in. That's going to be a big disappointment. And then Tom, for those of you that follow Tom Hall, his birthday is September 26th. And he said something about coming up here September 25th and spending his birthday up here. And if he does, I'm going to take him out for what I consider to be some of the best ribs I've ever had anywhere. And it's a very popular place. Waiting is almost, a given. But I've never been disappointed. I don't really know if Tom's a red meat eater or not. I don't know. There's so many people down here that's on these diets. He only eats half a cookie. He only eats half a biscotti, And if he eats half a rack of ribs, I guarantee you the other half ain't going to go to waste if I'm there. I'm eating them. So if he shows up, we'll take him out, maybe go down to one of the squares in the evenings or something, and we'll find something to do for his birthday. And then around October the 1st, I'm going to have to drive because we've got this dog now that Sue brought home because of her brother. His brother, he's not doing well. He can't take care of this little dog at all anymore. I'd show you this dog, but it doesn't like me. Sue's not here, so the dog's hiding under the bed. I don't know why. But I'm going to have to drive because I got to take this dog because I don't like flying with a dog. I just think it's rude for the passengers on the plane to have to deal with an animal that may bark, may have an accident in the plane. I mean, you don't know. I don't want to deal with it, so I'll just take her in the car. We'll just take a couple of days and drive up to Indiana. And when I go up there, I'll be up there for at least a week. Visit some friends while I'm there. Go out and have some breakfast with the old group. Hopefully I get to see some of my old trucker buddies that I worked with at UPS Freight. I do miss some of them. I don't miss the company anymore, but I do miss some of the people I worked with. I've heard that before when my dad retired. Now I'm saying it. But it is true. You have a tendency to miss some of the people you worked with. They were good people, just hard-working people that worked every day to pay their bills and get ahead in life. So I'd like to see some of them. Some retired, but some still working. And other than that, I don't really have much else to report. I got my new shingles on. Hurricane Irma took off a few of my shingles. I got tired of waiting for contractors to call me back, and I just did it myself. So that's done. Neighbors has got some shingles he ordered. I'm going to put them on for him, and because he's tired of waiting on contractors to call back. So I'll get him taken care of. And other than that, life's good. That's all I can say is life's good. So, any of you that listens to Tom, tell Tom we're waiting. We expect him to show up next week. I'm sitting in my man cave he keeps talking about. He's not supposed to use them words. It's a TV room. I've explained to him why. But anyway, I'm in my man cave. If you look out here, you can see what my view. I sit here so I can kind of watch people come and go down the road. It's just my little view right here. And other than that, I watch my TV here. These are my headsets so I can hear the TV. It's on now. I can hear them through here, so I don't bother my wife because I'm a little deaf and I turn it up sometimes a little too loud. And yes, I have hearing aids, and no, I don't wear them. But these headphones do a really good job. And the battery life of these things are the best I've ever had. Literally, I can leave these things turned on for 8 solid hours, and they don't go dead. So I don't really know how long they'll last, but they last a long time. And they're rechargeable on the stand. I don't have to put batteries in it. It's a good headset. All right, well, everybody have a good day. And next week, maybe I'll make another personal video and put it on the YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button and get your friends to subscribe. I could use a few more subscribes. I gotta have, I think I'm 81 subscribers. Not very many, I know, but I'm working on it. I need at least 100 subscribers so I can start doing some live video. And I'd like to do some of that, I think. That way I can go around and show people some of the newer areas of the villages they're building. And I can do it live. So in Trucker Talk, I'll say keep the shiny side up and the dirty side down. See ya.